Y'all ready for this?
36, 36, 36, 36, 36, 36, episode 36, 36, 36, 36, 36, 36, 36.
I really don't condone this.
Episode 36.
This is literally making me less than thirst.
I have a question for you,
No,
Scott.
I'm good.
What was more shocking? The fact that Josh's intro was so awful, or the fact that Chris actually joined
Chris
in?
joined.
Oh, Chris joining it.
Yeah, Chris joining in.
No contest.
100%. Anytime that Chris does anything willingly and seems to have fun with it,
It's surprising.
is surprising.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't do anything.
I literally thought he was
really
going to say
don't
that's
do
the
anything.
reason he drinks.
Thank you for the assist.
No problem, buddy.
Okay. Oh, that would have been the perfect time to pull it back.
No.
Come on.
No,
That's
I
rude.
like Chris.
Who doesn't like Chris?
You.
I love Chris.
Go full me.
You like the idea of Chris.
It's true. It's true. I don't like
man.
him as a person.
Poor Chris.
I know, right?
So, Chris, you got some comic book news for
Whoa,
us?
No.
Well, first we should introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
I'm Josh.
I'm Scott.
I'm
Or
Doug.
Grem.
You're Brim.
Hey, bro.
I'm Scott.
Oh,
Brim.
I call you Colin Farrell for 1 second and you took it off your neck cap.
I
Alright.
took off mine.
Brim, so what's going on with
He
your
didn't
life?
take it off because you said that. He took it off because the Saints are
He's got to put his cigarettes
Yeah.
You know
out.
what? No, I'm learning.
He's wearing a Superman
Yeah.
shirt
So,
and a
Scott,
Saints shirt.
Scott, question.
No.
Oh, Scott, you're such a bad boy.
Does
wearing
it count as a
knick cap.
haircut if Christian
It's
shaves it?
summer.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Madden just came out, so I feel like it's appropriate enough to talk about how awful the Saints are.
Yeah, dude, brah. Let us know about that Madden, dude, brah.
I need to know if Madden's going to be good enough to carry me until the new Call of Duty comes out, bruh.
Yeah, brah.
Bruh.
Brah, let us know about that Madden, brah.
Right.
Wait, Chris.
What?
Chris, can we talk about the days when someone actually came in and said they wanted to drop that 5
Yeah.
on that 4 for that 3?
No, that's never happened.
That never happened.
You've said that. It's never happened.
What are you
But-
talking
about?
No, it didn't.
Some guy came in wanted to pre-order Grand Theft Auto 4 on the PlayStation 3, and at GameStop you had to put $5 down on it. And he came in and said he wanted to drop the 5
On that 4.
on the 3.
Oh,
Then he
there.
said 2 day, but I counted it as 2.
Yeah.
See, you already
And
lost
then
your
he just only
credibility.
wanted 1 copy.
Hey.
There she is.
Who's Nessie?
That's Ness Caught Fire 33. She's a streamer on Twitch. So if y'all want to follow her. She plays.
I already follow her on Twitch.
But
and
you
the Twitters.
you never watch her.
I'm always working.
Yeah.
Three hearts.
So,
So
Brem over here was telling us that you're garbage at Overwatch. Would you care to,
Oh no, me and her fiance Chin carry her. She can't heal whatsoever.
Man,
She's a terrible healer.
man, shots fired over here, but
Yeah.
apparently not by Nessie.
No, I'll start it. I don't care.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Fuck off.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But,
What's the Twitter?
Ness Caught Fire 33. What do you?
NASCAR fire. 33.
NASCAR fire.
NASCAR fire.
Ness. Jesus Christ. Anyway, she
NASCAR
also,
fires are dangerous. They can
She
cause
are.
cars to explode.
Raise up the lights.
Chris knows what he's talking about.
I've seen a race once.
He's our resident NASCAR expert in that he's seen a race once.
I saw.
And
To be fair, I saw like 3
That is
minutes.
the other requisite.
I saw 3 minutes of a race before The Simpsons started.
Also, I've heard Chris has driven in a circle once.
I
So,
fact.
personal experience.
So, but back to Ness. So
she also plays a different variety of games, shooters, Call of Duty. She did play Destiny. That's where I started watching her from for.
back in your Destiny days.
Yeah, and thank God that's over. And
Really have like a hatred for Destiny for
a
like.
little bit.
Yeah.
But she also does RPGs. She's been playing through Final Fantasies until when Final Fantasy 15 comes out, then she'll start that. Oh, by the way, Ness, I didn't tell you, but the movie for Final Fantasy 15 is out if you haven't seen it yet or know about it.
You could just text.
Yeah, you
I
could definitely
could, but
text
it's
it.
just-
You're doing it on the.
Could.
Yeah.
So wait, if it's bullshit, why are you still
Oh,
playing
yeah,
it this
yeah,
Saturday?
you are.
Is it because?
No, I don't know why she's playing.
No. Is it because? This is a question for you as a streamer person. Do you find yourself having to play games you don't necessarily like because you know they're big enough to draw an audience?
That's a legitimate question.
That is a legit.
That is an actual question
Yeah.
because I always want to play like games I like, but I realize they're terrible for streaming. Like the reason I haven't streamed Deus Ex since our first one when it first came out is because I realized a no-kill full stealth run-through is really boring to watch when it's just me waiting behind a wall for 5 minutes for a guard to turn.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's when you need to get funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
I made a lot of puns and
No.
shamed me.
I said funny.
Yeah, his puns are the worst.
I picked up.
I said funny.
I picked. What was it? I picked up
A trash can.
I picked. No. Before the trash can, it was right. I picked up a buzzsaw and I threw it at a guy. And I was like, "Hey, you need to stop drinking. You're looking a little buzzed." And I threw the
Oh,
buzzsaw.
that's worse than everything.
That's
Okay.
not funny.
That was a war crime.
Oh, it was a war crime.
Might be.
Everything about it.
Did Tom Clancy write
See,
it?
I like that. But then it goes back to my original question. Why are you playing Destiny this Saturday if it's bullshit?
She's playing with a friend who's also a streamer that she made friends with.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
And I realized that this entire conversation is great for the stream, awful for the audio
Also for
podcast.
the-
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So,
Well, moving on.
you know what? No, this will be fun. Let's do one of our. We'll do our video game discussion topic right now
Okay.
while we have her here and she can join in.
Yeah.
And then we can jump into the comments.
You weren't forced.
Whoa, calm down.
Whoa.
Calm down. Whoa.
Guy has very strong opinions.
Very defensive.
Hey.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fucking streamergate over here.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Get a hold of
So the
your
topic.
All right, so the topic that we're going to talk about is calling it a video game franchise ER, where we've recently talked about video game franchises we don't like. And hey, come here real quick.
Yes.
We're talking about how to fix video game franchises.
So how you fix Dark Souls?
Yes, how do you fix the steaming pile of garbage that is Dark Souls?
I'm not having this conversation.
Go play Dark Souls.
How dare you do it right now?
How dare you? I said good day.
I love hearing him stomp up the stairs.
Alright, but no, but real talk. So we've discussed before franchises we don't personally like.
Yeah.
Like, it might be you with Destiny right now, or Josh with Halo,
just
or
don't like it.
Chris with anything good. And I thought it would be more fun to instead talk about how you would tweak and fix those franchises into being something that you would be excited to play. So since we have Nessie here and Brem is our link, we'll have Scott go first.
Brem.
Okay.
The Bremstone.
Brimmernator.
No.
Okay. The Stone of Brim. I don't know. Anyway, I would pick Destiny, but I think from what I've heard, they're going to the right track a little bit.
They're course
From
correcting.
Yeah, for Rise of Iron. So I'm gonna hold off on it until Destiny 2
Okay.
comes out.
Well, what's a franchise
But-
that you're just not a fan of?
Call of Duty.
Okay.
Like,
Like you said, Call of Duty.
Yeah,
didn't you?
from what it was to what it is now, I just don't like it. If I want to play a fantasy game, I'll play another fantasy shooter.
Yeah.
If I want realistic, I want Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
So what you're saying is you want nothing but Tom Clancy.
I want boots. No, Tom Clancy. Don't get me on the
Boots on the
I want
ground.
boots on the ground. Call of Duty. That's why Ghost. A lot of people hated it, but Ghost to me was the last good one because you didn't have all this flying wall running shit. If I want that, I'll go to Titanfall. So I don't really
So what would you fix then?
boots on the ground. Make it back to. You could do modern
Go back
or a
to
little
World
bit.
War II.
Or World War One.
Yeah.
When men were men.
Go back to the Civil War.
Do you? Well, that's an interesting question.
Call of Duty,
how
so-
long?
Oh my God! I played Call of Duty Civil War.
Yeah,
They
people
tried to
want
make
it.
got really
no,
quiet.
Yeah,
They
History
tried
Channel
to
made that
make
game.
a Civil War game.
It
and
sucked.
It was boring.
Did Call of Duty make it?
No.
No.
You know what's
Super realistic.
Dude, you know what's not.
People blowing apart.
You know what's not
slavery.
fun? You know what's
all
not,
over it.
You know what's not fun is spending 10 minutes to reload your fucking
Yeah,
gun.
That's what they
here's
did.
the thing. With Battlefield 1, they've already kind of straddled that line where we're like,
Yeah.
we're World War 1, but we also have sped up history to be interesting.
Yeah. But I think if you go back to World War One, it's boring. But if you go back to Civil War, you're 98% melee.
But here's the thing. I played.
If you get to load your gun, that's your special move.
And then it turns into Far Cry Primal, and it
A
sucks.
gun is a fucking power
Or
weapon.
it could be like that chivalry.
You got a sword that
game.
shoots projectiles. That's what they were.
So, Final Fantasy 8.
There you go.
Yeah.
Playing.
Yeah.
You have a gunplay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but
And that's
I
how you
liked it
sell
better
it.
with Squall.
I just,
Wait, so back
Yeah.
to Scott.
I think
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they could
Scott.
go. They could like okay.
There's no more sexy
When
wars.
let's say this example, Back to the Future 2, they thought like the future will look like this, and
Call of
everything.
Duty,
Clearly
Fall of
it
Rome.
didn't. So
Fuck
they could
guns.
do something in the future, just tweak some technology a little bit, but still have it kind of modern, and not all this like exosuit shit and jetpacks running the walls. Like,
You just have a lot of anger towards the future.
yeah, I do.
And the projected
Fight the future.
Future's a terrible thing.
Fight the future.
Yeah,
Hack the
you-
planet.
Yeah.
But no, I Call of Duty was, I just want modern times. And I don't Battlefield 1. I don't want a
I just realized someone on said GTA in the Prohibition era.
Oh, untouchable.
But then just
shit.
play Battlefield. Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline. That's modern.
Hardline was terrible. But Battlefield 4.
Well, here's the thing.
But Call of Duty
What
was
about
a different type of
there
place
have not been
with
very
their
many
life.
games set in the Korean or the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
No one wants to play losers.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that
Or-
World War One and Two.
or
World War
ties.
II was the game that was around for 20
police
years.
actions because we
Because-
lost.
It
Yeah.
was clear good and bad guys.
Yeah.
That's why it's the sexiest
One,
war.
And the D-Day was always.
That's why you got a baby
tech
boom
demo.
right after.
D-Day was your tech demo. You would
Yeah.
always have your game show off D-Day with the explosions and the smoke and how many people you could fit on the beach at one time. But there was only so many times you could play that. And I enjoy the sci-fi thing, but at some point don't call it Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Just make a new franchise
Yeah.
by the makers of Call of Duty.
Let's call it Advanced Warfare, Future Warfare, Infinite Warfare, something like that.
Says you, both of those games had Nazis. They were secretly controlling the communists.
Also, no one wants to play Vietnam and destroy a village of innocents.
That's true.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You might not have watched enough people play GTA.
My primary thing is the same reason what I would change about the Tom Clancy stuff is the same reason you can't fix Call of Duty is because those games are so realistic they have to go and get approval from the military in order to run them. Which means they're essentially propaganda, just like any Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
So they don't go to Vietnam
why it's
because
so
they have to
good.
show the whole village. And you have to choose who to kill. Your fucking fellow dude.
Right.
It would be an interesting
You got-
game,
boom,
but
right
you
there,
can't
you got-
do that game.
you got your morality.
You can't do it because
That game's gonna be real cool for the 5 guys that are gonna play it.
Did y'all
Everybody would
play-
fucking play it.
I have played the Battlefield 1 beta, but
Nah.
you have too, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
Horse,
a-
horses are OP.
Not really. I've killed so many people. off
Horses are awesome. And anything involving mustard gas.
I watched a Let's Play of it, and I think that's just as good.
Of course.
No.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people
But
really
Chris,
enjoy
you
it.
can
Napalm sticks to kids is not a motivational
you can
phrase.
unlock a red dot.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I've enjoyed the Battlefield 1 beta more than the Titanfall 2 beta.
Really?
But that's because Titanfall 2 exists for one reason in my mind, and that's because I finally get a single player campaign. The first Titanfall, we played it, and then like 2 weeks later, it fell off the face of the earth, and no one picked it up again. I'd never seen such a
Well,
hype game
because-
die out
because
so
some-
fast. It was like 2000 whatever's No Man's Sky.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
Except when it's a multiplayer focused game, you gotta have.
that should be playable, like extended. If you go
Oh yeah,
multiplayer,
don't
like-
worry. We'll be getting to today's
yeah.
conference.
We will.
That is
So I
that's
would say
happening.
back on the topic.
So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Scotty answered
I'm
Call of
sorry.
Duty.
I'm
No, it's
sorry.
fine.
That
We're all
went
about
off
the
a while.
tangents,
I'm trying to keep us on like
which
topic.
is really awkward coming from
That's
Josh.
really strange. Yeah.
right?
Doug,
Yeah.
what game would you fix?
Well, like I was saying, the Tom Clancy stuff, like it's just I need you to question the military while also selling. Like in order for me to buy the hurrah, I need you to admit to the bad
Did you ever
parts.
play Spec Ops: The Line?
No,
You would
I
like
heard
that.
about that.
Spec Ops: The Line would be a game for you.
Yeah, I need there to be some sort of acknowledgement of the negatives, and I need there to be like the way what Tomb Raider did to Tomb Raider, like the new stuff where you actually feel bad when she dies, for instance, instead of just drowning her over and over again.
Wow, we're learning a lot about Doug.
That's not me. I've watched kids
okay.
just get mad at the game and just drown her over and over again, and that's where Gamergate comes from. So you fix that problem in the game, right? So fix have me feel for the people I'm murdering sometimes. and be like, oh, I have to do this anyway, though. Because war is horrific.
That's why I would like more games to allow you to have full no-kill and full stealth.
Yeah, I love stealth modes.
Yeah.
That's why Deus Ex is one of my favorites.
I'm not too big on stealth.
Yeah, because you are angry.
Yeah, I love to run in with a heavy machine gun, just blow everyone
Yelling
off.
stealth.
Yeah, Scott. Scott really.
If there's no one alive, no one saw me.
Scott really wants that
We need
Vietnam
to write
game.
that down. That's on a shirt. Strolls. Bullet casings everywhere.
Can I just be like, you know,
Wait,
obviously.
who was Adam Baldwin in Full Metal Jacket?
Who is Adam Baldwin? No, wait.
What's his character's name?
I don't remember.
It's like Animal Lover.
It's Animal Mother.
Animal Mother. That's Scott. That's what would happen if we had Call of Duty Vietnam.
Josh.
Jesse Ventura in Predator.
Josh, tell us how to fix Halo.
It's fan base.
Everything's fan based.
No, so
You want to fix the fan base?
Halo the game is
By
fine.
fix, do you mean
Halo
nigger?
is fine. Its fan base is awful.
No, I don't accept that.
I don't know.
That's not a way to fix it.
Yeah, I have no way. I just
Banana.
don't really care for the
Turn
game.
into an open world RPG.
You
The shooting
can
mechanics.
kind of change it to
Oh, you mean
like
Destiny?
Mass Effect.
I can't wait for the
Make it into
RPG.
Destiny?
I can't wait for the
No.
chief to use magic on that one.
And then we all know how to fix Halo. It's make it Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
if you make it.
They already did it.
Yeah.
It's the faceless,
Right.
but there's all the faces, whatever face you want.
Yeah.
And then you have a real fucking story.
I just wanted to push the envelope. It's
Three
So
words.
Real
to fix Halo.
ballsy.
I know, right?
He's
Red
Three
versus
words.
blue.
3 words to fix Halo. War, hologram, sex. Done.
No, you could also just do red versus blue, like make it stupid.
Oh yeah.
Make
Add
that
a little
look
comedy
literally
to it.
like the story is goofy and hilarious, but looks like Halo and plays like Halo.
Here's what I would fix, and this is someone that just actually enjoys Halo like casually. It's supposed to have this great lore.
Yeah.
Put it in the game.
Put it in the game.
Like,
It's got, I don't have to read a book.
No,
Destiny
like,
was the
what-
same way.
Yeah, Destiny is the same way. Put your story in the game instead of making people read the books or go get supplemental
And you
material
don't. It
on
can
the
be
website.
what they call diegetic storytelling, which you can find it. Like the way Portal has a really rich story.
Yes.
But you don't have to pay
Right.
attention to it. But if you go
it's a-
behind the thing and
Well,
you
because
look at
Halo has
everything,
the terminals, but that's it.
yeah.
And like the whole problem with Halo 5 was this whole conflict with John Locke. If you didn't follow the TV show ahead of time and the podcasts and all that stuff, the story of Halo 5 Guardians was a giant wet fart, ended in the most lip dick masturbation I've ever seen. The confrontation
There's a lot of
happens,
disgusting imagery
and you're
there.
just like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It was a non-factor, but they hyped it up as the best story of a Halo game, and it was entirely dependent on everything. Not in the actual game.
To be fair, I would say it had the best story because it had a story, as opposed to Halo 3's. Well, kill the elites for about 3/4, and then kill the Flood for about, and then kill them both for the final half, and then good job. Also, Gravemine's there.
So I guess, but yeah, I enjoy Halo from a gameplay perspective.
Yeah.
Just like Destiny from a gameplay perspective, but their stories need work.
Yeah, and like I said, somebody's doing a lot of work and then they're just throwing it away, basically.
Right. Like someone has made a shit ton of lore for these games, but you just wouldn't know.
Whatever, nerds read. Bros don't read.
That's my thing, is their bro games.
So Chris, what about you?
Well, I'm trying to remember what game I said that I didn't care for.
Well, then just pick a game.
Okay. Well.
Or do you want me to go while you think of one?
Yeah, you go. I'll think about
Okay.
something.
I would fix. I don't know what I would fix. There's so many.
Terrible. things.
Fallout. I'm not a big fan of Fallout. Yeah, I know.
Uncharted. You could fix that one.
Fix Uncharted.
I want
You
to
can't.
hear.
Because it's perfect.
I want to hear how you would fix Fallout.
I would
yeah.
fix Fallout with the. All right, specifically Fallout 4.
More quests.
Have a story worth a shit.
Okay.
And like, here's the thing: like playing games like The Witcher and Deus Ex, they have side quests that matter.
Right.
They have side quests that draw you in and tell their own story.
Give
Yeah,
me,
it's like an episode of a show.
Right.
Give me the option to tell Garvey to piss off.
No, but going back to Fallout 4 specifically, it felt like it was content in just adding more features without making any of them compelling.
I agree.
And yeah, also technical stuff like frame rate and the Bethesda glitch fest that is always a thing.
Yeah.
But from an actual game, and they also took away one of my favorite things in these D&D based games, which is being able to talk your way out of stuff. By adding a voice, they actually neutered the dialogue system. The dialogue was kind of reduced to the point where nothing mattered. Everything ended up in the same thing. It's just like you could get extra money from a person.
Yeah.
And to that point, also, the fact is, you don't have to tailor your playstyle because if you just play long enough,
you unlocked everything.
You are an unbeatable god king.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, what I liked about Fallout 3 in New Vegas was you couldn't do everything. You picked the play style and you stuck with it, and every play style was viable.
Yeah.
I put all my points in Charisma in Fallout 4, and I was rewarded nothing. And the story was garbage.
Yeah.
And the DLC has picked it up, but again, I shouldn't rely on DLC to make a game good. So
I agree with the Fallout 4.
Yes.
Like, there's no doubt about that. There was a lot of work.
So that's what I mean by fixing. Like, it's not implying that the game's garbage, even though it was the NOLAnerdcast #1 disappointment of 2015.
Absolutely.
I think that those things would go a long way to make it better.
You know what game's kind of perfect, I think? Like
Uncharted.
all around.
I agree. Uncharted 4.
You'll agree.
Uncharted
Borderlands.
2.
Borderlands. Yeah.
Borderlands
Because
2.
it was a mix between
Borderlands 1.
everything.
I was gonna say
Story,
how to fix
RPG,
Fallout.
shooters.
Well, even Borderlands.
Borderlands.
No, the Borderlands stuff is great.
Yeah.
You know what? I figured out what game I would like to fix, and that would be the Telltale series. And basically, the main thing that needs to be fixed is, number one, it needs to fucking get its shit together graphically, because it's rubbish.
Which game?
Charm.
No.
Borderlands?
Yeah, no. Telltale.
Oh, yeah.
Telltale.
No, it's not charm. That's like looking at a shack and saying it's rustic.
It is, though.
No, it's not. It's a shack.
Alright, then have you played Batman with their new engine, though?
Yeah,
Because now they have upgraded the engine.
Yes, and that's better, but come on. They shouldn't look so bad.
Okay, Chris.
What?
What's the #1 selling game?
I don't know.
Like every month.
I don't know. Is it Pac-Man or is it Minecraft?
Minecraft.
Yeah.
That game looks like shit.
Yeah, but it works.
So does Telltale.
Kind of. Kind of.
Works for my
Yeah.
purposes most of the time.
Here's the thing. I equate
I'm playing
Telltale
devil's
games to
advocate.
be in between an indie and a AAA.
Yeah.
It's that rare lost development.
It's the middle gamer.
but
they're not middleware.
but
But
all
there
their
was,
games
there was
look alike.
a term for a developer that wasn't indie and wasn't AAA, and that's what Telltale is. They're one of the few still around. They're like Atlas.
Yeah.
Their games are never going to be technical showcases, but they make up. And they have more of a budget than an indie, and they make up for it by being very compelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wish they all looked different.
That's fair.
And I wish they had more replayability.
Also fair.
Yeah, especially with when you're got a game with that's something that in the gaming market needs to be handled. Somebody needs to figure out that like whatever algorithm you need, like because if you're gonna make a game that's entirely about story and choices, it should be like I want to play that 5 times at least. The way the Don't Nod game, Life is Strange, was like it really branched out and you can really do some weird shit.
That's the thing. These story-based games need to have actual branching paths that matter.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I think the key to that is something we just hinted on, which is actually less choices.
But the ones that you have mean something?
Yeah, and the only way for a choice to mean something is for the other options to expire. You shouldn't be able to get everything. That's the only way to make something matter. So like you should be choosing, when you choose a path, which they kind of get to a little bit in the Telltale stuff, is when you have 2 places you could go. When you go one, you can't go the other and get the same thing, right? Like, you'll be going there later, and it'll be a different scene,
Right.
and you replay
Well,
it.
Deus
and
Ex
you get-
did that, where
Yeah.
you, at a point you're
Well,
given 2 options.
Deus Ex
to
also had
mission.
like time-based,
No, I'm
like
talking
it
about
was
the new
really
one.
doing it.
The new one, you have 2 missions and you have to choose.
Yeah.
And either way you go, you're pissing off one of your factions.
Yeah.
But let's move on, because there's one more other big news that happened today, and that is the PlayStation meeting occurred. That's what they called it. And it was hilarious. I talked to Chris about this, where I basically called this the No Man's Sky of conferences, because ever since they announced it, this was a conference for two things: to show off the PlayStation Slim, and to fully show off and announce everything about the PlayStation Neo, both of which kind of pointless because they leaked months ago.
Yeah.
However, because it's a conference from Sony, people in their mind thought that there was going to be game announcements and megatons, and so people hyped this up to something that was never going to show up, live up to that, because they never said it would. And then the conference came out, and it was literally Andrew House introducing Mark Cerny, the creator of the PlayStation 4, and he just gave a super technical speech about what the PlayStation Pro does. And that's literally all it was supposed to be. And then they did show off how games would work, but all games that we already knew about, just running in 4K.
I think I'm coming to the conclusion that gamers are delusional.
No, they have a habit of hyping themselves up and then getting mad when something doesn't live up to their own hype.
Is this an error of announcing too soon when you don't have anything below the surface?
No, because
could you have said something about this coming out like a week ago, and nobody would have had time to make up shit in their heads?
Yeah.
Well, they had to announce it so long ago because that's when the leaks happened.
Yeah. But if like No Man's Sky, they said what is in the game now. That's all they said, and you had gamers saying this.
I can't wait to go like do this and this and like no, it was never said in the game. But because the problem is, and this is apparently what people at PAX, a lot of developers have, they're calling it the No Man's Sky syndrome, right, Chris?
Yes.
And that's where the problem was No Man's Sky was announced so far out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then they went dark with information that it was a combination of their own hype cycle that they didn't start, but because of the long dev cycle and their own silence, they didn't squash any rumors. They just fed upon themselves. And now devs are saying they want to. They're calling it pull a Fallout 4, not a No Man's Sky. Fallout 4 was announced that June and came out that November.
Yeah.
And it had been in development for all those years.
Yeah.
They just didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And then you have a short, condensed PR burst where the hype occurs, but you're in charge of it.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like the ending of
But going back to the conference, people got upset because the conference was just a tech showcase. I was just saying that because that was never the point. But to talk about the actual news in it, two main points. The PlayStation Slim comes out next week for $299, replacing the correct the current PlayStation as the current system. So $299 PS Slim, just like the Xbox One Slim. It happens every generation. Slims replace them, whatever. The PlayStation Neo is now the PlayStation Pro.
But I do want to bring this up. This is another thing. People like to jump to conclusion. They see something, they're like, oh, it's a failure already. Yeah. Everyone seems to jump to conclusions. It's like, you haven't even experienced it yet. You don't even know what you're talking about. Sit down and wait for it to come out. Because you think you know what you're talking about, but the reality is mouth garbage.
Yeah. Like, okay, like Wise Guy. Okay. Like, you say the PS4 is going to be a massive fail. Okay, that's your opinion. Fine. We agree. I like Xbox. They like Sony. I'm not going to say it's a fail because it's not out yet. You don't have the controller. You don't have the system in your hands. You could say your opinion. It's fine.
But at the same time, I would say if it's a predominant opinion that it's a failure, then you fail PR-wise, not in the actual system.
Here's the thing. I think a lot of this is because of the build-up where people thought this was a conference. Because, again, this isn't... People weren't surprised by the PS4
It's like we're being allowed in
because
the
all of
executive
that
meeting
was leaked months ago. This is the half step between what we have now and the Xbox Scorpio, which is going to be true 4K with, they like to say it's 6 teraflops, all that stuff. It's going to be more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro. Which only has, I believe, the...
2 teraflops?
No, that's the current stuff. The PlayStation 4 has 4.2 teraflops and 8 gigs of inside. However, no, it's fine. The difference is, it's like Wise Guy said, it's 1080p technically 1400p upscaled to 4K.
But then we're also talking about visuals now. We're talking about visuals again.
That's
we're not
what
really,
this all is.
We're not talking about gameplay. We're not talking about techniques. We're not talking about
We're
story.
getting there. We're getting there. Hold on. But resolution is the bullet point. What's your take on this, Chris?
Oh god, I can't believe we're still talking about all this. We don't. It won't be one of those things we'll be able to tell until.
That's true.
But here's the thing.
What I'm with Chris.
4K TVs are now the standard, which means that's why 4K gaming is a big point. But
I'll say it's a standard probably Christmas next year.
These new systems are not just about resolution upgrades. It also allows you to run higher FPSs and put more in the game. Like they said, the PS4 Pro isn't just for people with 4K TVs. Regular HD TVs will still be able to benefit from it.
Still, I kind of think this is just arguing over just bullshit in a way because.
Yet, that's you.
Yeah.
Most people, the reason...
Oh my god, it needs to be 60 frames!
The reason the PS4 overtook the Xbox One in America is because of the perception that it was the more powerful system.
It's a weird thing.
But that's since the beginning of video games.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Everybody's been raised on the 64-bit fight, the jack.
So now we have the PS4 Pro, which is more powerful than what's out now. But when the Scorpio comes out the next year, it will be outclassed. The difference is, will it matter?
Who's got the bigger dick?
And you know what I say? Like, I always tell people, graphics don't make a game.
They don't, but people care.
Especially now, they're mattering less and less because it's already basically photoreal.
Yeah, because Minecraft.
And then that's why you're seeing it go back. That's why we're getting all these retro games on Steam and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are going back to 8-bit because graphics aren't actually the point.
They're coming out with the NES Mini.
Yeah.
They're coming out with the Sega Genesis as well, with built-in games, and an Atari system.
Yeah, because some people are going to want their games back.
Yeah. Yes. Here's the thing. Now, Wise Guy, I think, has a good point, because when the Scorpio comes out, it will be more powerful, which means multi-platform games will run better, whether that's a better frames per second or a higher resolution. The problem is, we're in a weird position now. Is it going to be what Sony did to Microsoft in 2013, or are we going to see what Microsoft did to Sony in 2006? Because we are having a system, an upgrade arguably, but it's still a new system, come out a year before its competitor, which means a year of people buying into it and investing in that ecosystem. And if Sony's smart, when the Scorpio releases, the PlayStation 4 Pro gets its first price drop. Because the Scorpio has a rumored price tag of $450 to $500 with a premium version up to $600. And if it's going up against a $350 or lower PlayStation 4 Pro, is that going to matter during the holidays? Besides the hardcore adopters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, this is another investment for people. This is another $600, $400 for people, and it's. I don't know. I think the systems are good where they're at right now.
Yeah, to be honest, this is a money grab.
Yeah, the systems are perfect where they're at right now, and the games that are coming out for it are enjoyable. I'm still playing Witcher 3. I'm still playing Fallout 4.
But these aren't for you. Your PlayStation 4 and your Xbox One won't be phased out.
Right, I know.
That's why it doesn't matter for someone like you.
So
don't shit on people that do.
I'm not shitting on them.
You are. That's all you're doing right now. Is hating on people that care about graphics.
I'm just saying, calm down. I'm saying, calm down about the graphics.
Ness's fiance Chin. He's right. People are gonna buy what they want.
Yeah, that's the thing. People invest in the ecosystem. Xbox people are gonna want to stay where their friends are and play Xbox games.
I drive a Prius. I'm part of the solution.
The difference is, it's not entirely true because this generation, a lot of people switched from Xbox to PlayStation.
Yeah.
So it can switch back.
Well, people switched. It wasn't because of power, actually, of how powerful PS4 and Xbox.
It's company credibility.
It was the DMR.
Yeah,
DR,
all that stuff.
It was that stuff.
In terms of games, I will say that the other part of the PlayStation meeting that I enjoyed was when they finally did start showing some of the games. Because not only did we get a new look at one of my favorite upcoming games, Horizon Zero Dawn, but we also got the world premiere gameplay footage of Mass Effect Andromeda,
Yeah.
which also brings with it the surprising fact that Mass Effect is going to have a PlayStation marketing campaign, which is a first for the entire franchise.
Yeah.
I am so excited about this game.
I know you
like,
are.
I just...
I'm actually surprised Chris didn't have anything to say about it because he's a big Mass Effect fan too.
Chris, say something about Mass Effect, because please, because I'm excited.
It looks really cool. There wasn't a whole ton to kind of play off from what we saw.
Yeah, we didn't get any real hints about story. But
from what they're projecting is going to be, looks like it's a lot of fun to play, but
and look cool, graphics look cool.
Yeah.
I expected that.
yeah,
The lighting effects look good.
there's not a lot to grasp onto, unfortunately. But it looks cool. That's all I got for it.
Yeah, I still don't know what the game's about, so we'll
Which
see.
one?
We'll find out.
Mass
Mass
Effect.
Effect?
Andromeda.
You want a quick breakdown?
I don't know, do I?
You are going to the Andromeda Galaxy
I know.
as
Yeah, I
a
know.
pioneer. So
Yeah.
humans have not stepped foot in this galaxy yet. So unlike the first franchise where humans were an established force in the galaxy,
Yeah.
you are brand new.
Yeah.
And
I'm
you're
actually
accepting colonies.
I get like that's basically the setup for it, but we don't know like what are the equivalent of the beacon in Mass
knows?
Effect 1. You know, like,
They're
that's
keeping
what I
it very
mean.
close
They
to
don't
the
know
chest.
it. Like that might be what we were looking at.
Yeah, that's true.
Essentially,
So
was
let's
them
talk
running into something that's going to start.
Comics and junk.
Comics and junk!
So Chris, what you got for us, comics and junk news wise?
Well, we got a couple of little bits. This booster.
Bright Horizon looks amazing. Am I answering the comment?
Let Chris talk about
I'm
comics.
replying to people's. Keep going.
That Booster Gold movie that is rumored to come out, which, sure, whatever, is probably not going to be connected to the DC cinematic universe.
Now, did you actually read the article though?
No.
Because that was a very clickbait article. It's basically would be like Guardians of the Galaxy, where it has like one thing tying it to the rest of the movies, but at the current moment would not
so
be...
essentially set in the same universe, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the success of The Killing Joke, Hush and Death in the Family are on the docket for DC animated movies.
Now here's what I don't get about that.
We already have
We
Death
already
in the Family.
got Death in the Family with Under the Red Hood.
Yeah.
That told the story
Which
of the death
I wouldn't have
of
minded those
Jason
being
Todd.
two
Maybe-
different movies that
maybe-
weren't announced to be attached.
Maybe, and I'm just spitballing here, maybe they really want that scene of the Joker being the representative to Iran at the United Nations.
No, you know what I think it is? They're going to add an extra 30 minutes of footage, and it's going to be Joker having sex with Jason Todd.
Yeah, to give him agency before
Yeah.
he dies.
Sure.
What the hell?
On a roof. Don't forget it's on a roof.
I mean,
What?
here's the thing. Death in the Family is known for being the story where Jason Todd gets beaten to death.
Yeah.
But there's also the beginning where he's getting tortured and is like, wow, I was kind of a shitty kid. Hope the Joker doesn't kill me. And the end, where the Joker shows up at the UN as the diplomat from
Calderon is all that's popping in my head.
Iran,
Yeah.
I think. And everyone's like, wow, the Joker sure is evil. And then Superman saves the day.
Yeah.
And Batman's like, sorry, Jason. Didn't know what to do.
It's Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy.
I guess
So
you're going to go through all the
they're gonna
greatest
be
hits.
Going through the greatest hits. Hopefully they don't keep adding stuff. This could have been something that they could have added to The Killing Joke, is just to do two back-to-back sort of thing that are already established stories, instead of adding 40 minutes of nonsense.
It's
No,
But
more
it-
nonsense.
I am super hyped for a Hush movie, though. That would be great.
You know, Hush is big enough in my opinion too. Like you could make a movie out of that, and
Yeah.
I don't mind that being Conroy.
There's a lot going on in Hush.
Pull out
that I
all
think
the
you could
greatest
kind
hits.
of-
Yeah.
You could kind of work with.
You could do Long Halloween. You have to pick one though, so I guess it's gonna be Hush.
Are you talking about movie?
Yeah.
Like an animated.
An animated
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Hush would be
What else you
probably
got,
the best.
Chris?
yeah.
I'm getting there. The original Power Rangers have not been invited back for this new movie, so
Who's
Yeah.
shocked by that?
I'm a little shocked.
Nor
They-
to my birthday party.
They love playing off nostalgia, so I'm a little shocked that they're not even going to be there
Yeah,
for
like
a
the
cameo.
cameos, teachers or something at the high
Yeah,
school.
something like that. Stephen Amell is okay with the movies having a different Green Arrow. Georgina Campbell has been cast as a Zod ancestor in that Krypton series.
I gotta say, it's really brave of him to say he's okay with something he has no control over.
Well, he was not okay with Grant Gustin not being the Flash.
Yeah.
So he's very vocal about Grant Gustin being the
It's
Flash.
like, no, fuck you, Grant Gustin's the Flash. I'm okay if you...
Yeah, no, you can have another Green Arrow, that's fair.
Maybe he's aware. Maybe he's aware of his limits, and he saw TMNT 2 like we did.
Wow.
And it's
He's
just like,
man, I'm really Canadian in this. I'm
like,
supposed to be.
man,
Right?
maybe I shouldn't be Green Arrow on film. I'll stick to TV.
Alright.
Georgina Campbell's a Zod ancestor in that Krypton series they swear is coming out at some point. Jon Favreau will return to Spider-Man Homecoming as Happy Hogan, so that's cool, I guess. Speaking of Spider-Man Homecoming, Hannibal Buress will be a gym teacher and a dick, so that'll be fun. The Arrow main guy is shopping on a Black Lightning TV series, but not to the CW, to other networks, which as we know, no one will
Never
take.
works.
No one will take.
Look, you're stupid. If you're gonna make a DC superhero show, pitch it to the CW, or
Well,
don't
CW's
do
done with they don't want any more superhero properties
CW is full on.
right now
it right now.
because as soon as
Wait till
all the
one
rest of their
ends.
shit fails, it'll just be all the DC
wait
shows,
till-
Archie.
Wait till Beauty and the Beast is over,
Oh
It's
god,
already over, isn't
that's
it?
not over yet.
or the 100.
The 100's over, definitely.
No, it's
over.
not.
Yeah, it's
100's
not.
back.
Oh.
It's
I think the
still
only
going,
open
baby.
spot they have is when Supernatural falls away.
Why-
They'll finally do the
Why
Constantine
won't,
show.
why won't Hulu just pick it up?
Because Hulu just got shafted by the CW and Netflix.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did you know about that?
So the question
All CW shows are being pulled from Hulu because they signed a deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
Which is the dumbest thing ever, because instead of being able to watch the day after it airs, we have the privilege of getting the full season 2
As soon
weeks
as it's
after the
done.
whole
Yeah.
season's over.
Yay.
It's not bad.
I'm fine with
It's
that. I hate
awful if you
Hulu.
want to watch it when it comes out.
And then stay home.
Yeah, Power Watch.
Monday to Thursday, don't fucking go anywhere.
Are you sure it's not going to be on the CW app?
It will be on the CW app,
Yeah.
which is not on any console I have.
It's on my Roku.
Also,
There you go.
also,
So I'm
you know what you
watching
can
the
do?
OC.
Hook up a VCR and tape that shit old school.
Yeah.
I don't think those work anymore.
No.
You can go on Amazon and you can find a guy who has Ninja rigged a VCR to have a hard drive in it and made a
May I
fake
jump in,
DVR.
Chris, with a piece of news?
I don't see why you can't.
Well, what else do you have?
Shia LaBeouf says he was passed over for a role in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, whatever.
Is that news?
It was on the ticker.
Pretty sure Shia LaBeouf.
I want to know. Wait, we got to figure out which one.
Okay.
I hope it's
Who
the
was-
Joker. Actual cannibal
I do
Shia
too.
LaBeouf.
Yeah.
I mean, alright, quick, real talk. Can we just talk about how Sam and Dean are the worst characters ever created? And
No.
Castiel deserves to die because all he does is ruin
You don't
my
like that
Constantine?
people thought you were. Look, Supernatural is great, but it is a bit long in the tooth at
It's
this
never
point.
ending.
It's
the
never ending.
Simpsons of live action.
Yeah, they're
It's
just gonna
the
go
One
on.
Piece.
They're the new Doctor Who. They're American Doctor Who, basically. They're gonna cancel for a 2-week period in like 2020, and then come
They're
back.
gonna cancel Supernatural, and then after the string of teenage girl suicides,
Oh,
they're
God.
gonna bring it back.
Wait,
my God.
Let's be real.
Whoa.
Let's be absolutely real here.
You mean
By the
middle-aged girls?
By the time Supernatural ends, they will not be teenage girls anymore.
They already are.
True.
They will have the right to vote.
They're
We don't
they're-
condone suicide.
Of course we don't.
They're
The
out
only
of
thing we
college
condone is
right
the
now.
Suicide
You
Squad.
understand?
Yes.
They're on the job hunt.
Yeah, there are new teenagers getting into it because you can go back and watch episode 1.
Yeah, and then they walk fast forward to the present, like, ooh.
Chris, Callie's taunting
Looking a
me
little
via
ragged.
text. She says, hashtag Matt has sour grapes. Hashtag hey look it's Castiel.
I don't.
That's
know.
right.
All right.
All right.
Why don't you fight your own battles?
yeah.
So, chalk this up to. I know, I love it. Chalk this up to totally a rumor right now, but someone posted
Totally
on
a
Reddit
Totally a rumor.
Rumor.
that they had an inside look at the DC U's upcoming plans and posted 8 major potential spoilers for what's going on.
It's
So we're gonna go through it.
Wait, if you don't want to hear it, you turn your volume down.
Turn your volume down until you see Scott making a motion like he's sucking a dick.
That's not gonna
Or
happen. Unless Chip.
Josh can do the all.
Unless Chip. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
No,
we're gonna
don't do
say
that.
that's the all.
No one
Talking tongue.
understands the reference.
It just looks like the opposite of sucking
Anyway,
your dick.
moving on.
Okay.
So
let's hear these rumors.
first up, we have the Man of Steel 2 villain is going to be Brainiac, who will be created when Lex Luthor uses Kryptonian and alien tech
to rebuild.
to enhance his existing Lex OS.
Max
It will
Lance's
also-
pitch still being stretched
It will
out.
also introduce Supergirl or Superboy.
Better be
They are looking to
Because Rain
recruit
of the-
J.J. Abrams.
I
Sure.
believe everything about that except for J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, after I tell you each rumor, weigh in on how realistic you think
Not
it
at all.
sounds.
Mostly realistic, except for J.J. Abrams.
I believe the
Yeah.
Brainiac, maybe
Hey.
Supergirl.
J.J. Abrams' draft of the script, I think, had Brainiac
Yes.
in it 15 years ago. Or
Okay,
20 years ago.
so
This fan fiction.
the leak report confirms, again, as a rumor,
Yeah.
Steppenwolf will be the villain, but adds that Lex
the
Luthor
band?
being free from prison will help Steppenwolf in exchange for technology and information that I assume
That
will
leads
then
to Man
lead
of Steel 2.
to Man of Steel 2. Superman will start off much like Flashpoint, as he's dead and has been away from the sun. This part I hope actually happens because it sounds fucking awesome. He'll be wearing the black suit and will be really scrawny and thin. And with each punch in the fight, as he's exposed to the sun, he will get bigger and bigger and stronger until he's back
Is
to
this
full
what this is
form.
saying?
Yes.
That's completely not true.
I think it would be awesome.
I think that sounds awful.
I do too.
Really?
I
How
think
is
it's
that awful?
I think that's
It
awful
sounds
too.
That is
So
the
Chris is
coolest-
voting for likely.
So here's why it sounds awful.
Yeah, that sounds. If it's awful,
I
then
don't-
DC's gonna do it.
I don't disagree that it's not a cool scene. I disagree about their ability to pull off such a scene.
Well, we're not. Right now, we're in the pie. in
We're
the
just talking
sky.
about whether or
No,
not they're
I'm
going to try.
telling you what I'm thinking.
Okay. They also said that there will be a stinger at the end featuring Jared Leto's Joker and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, where they're committing a crime and expecting it to be Batman that shows up, but it's the whole Justice League.
Okay. Yeah, I buy that.
There you go.
And
I buy that, but
it's
it's
like a
not Jared
holy
Leto.
shit.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Jared.
He's contractually obligated.
Is he?
He is.
He can break those contracts. They're allowed to.
Well, I hope
Here's
they don't,
30
because I
seconds
like
to
him.
Mars CDs. Let me out of it. That's what
Anyway. I would let him get away with anything for new.
Also, his irritation with the other one has been exaggerated. He hadn't even seen it.
Yeah.
And somebody told him all the stuff, and he was like, well, that's not the movie I thought I was making.
The
That's all.
third rumor is when Green Lantern will show up. Since there's a Green Lantern Corps in the process, they believe that because Steppenwolf comes to Earth from Apocalypse, it will trigger an investigation by the Green Lantern Corps.
Makes sense.
Neat.
I'm
I'm not so sure.
I assume that might be an after credits
I'm
stinger.
still picturing the band.
Okay, so you gotta stop.
Heavy Metal Thunder!
Maybe, but I'm not sure.
The next one is that Darkseid is being shelved as the major villain
I
for
absolutely
Justice League
believe that.
2 in exchange for either the Crime Syndicate or the Legion of the Society of Supervillains.
I believe this because of John's involvement. I think a shuffling of ideas
Yes.
is what's going on right now.
I believe that.
He also could be the guy that wants to get J.J. Abrams. That's not meaning that they're going to get him.
I believe that too, and I love the idea of the crime syndicate.
Yeah.
I think
Because
that's
I think everybody who knows how comic books work knows Darkseid should be saved the way Thanos has been saved.
Yeah, instead of
For
throwing them right
a
into
big ending.
Right. Because Justice League 1 will bring in Steppenwolf and prove the existence of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Justice League 2 will have people from other Earths
Yeah.
coming in if it's
And you
a
can-
syndicate.
you-
And then
You can build up the suspension of whether or not they're going to end up at that desert apocalypse run evil Superman
this,
world.
I think,
or
is the biggest
a positive
stretch.
ending.
The next rumor is that the reason the Teen Titans show was canceled is because we're getting a Teen Titans movie, and that the Deathstroke being shown to be the Batman villain the stinger of that movie will lead into a confrontation with Nightwing, who will be introduced before the Teen Titans movie.
I can believe that.
That's
In the Batman movie, maybe? Or
Well, we know Deathstroke's the villain of the Batman
Yeah.
movie.
he's in the Batman movie?
Yes.
I thought he was just in the
No.
Justice League.
So we end
Okay.
that Batman movie with a stinger leading into Teen Titans.
that's a stretch.
I agree.
No, but I could believe that because then they take out Deadshot of Arrow because he's in Suicide Squad.
So they took Deathstroke out.
Yeah, they took Deathstroke out too. So that's why I'm assuming if they were going to have plans to do it, they're like, no, because we're going to make a movie, so cancel it. I can believe that.
And once again, wanting that to happen is something I can see John's initiating.
Right. You gotta remember, this is Jeff Johns.
This
rumor,
I have to change all my expectations. It just occurred to me.
This new rumor, I think, will happen specifically because of Jeff Johns.
Yeah.
And Chris, let me know your thoughts on this. Aquaman, the solo Aquaman movie, it's already been confirmed Black Manta's the villain.
Yeah.
But it will include, they might not call him by this name, but Aqualad will be in it. They might not call him Aqualad, they might call him...
his real name or whatever.
Yeah, Garth.
Oh, Chris. I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
I could block people now.
Hey, good job.
Cool.
Who'd you block?
I was thinking of blocking my brother. So.
Don't block him. We love Steve.
You know, all of you guys are talking about this. I'm just kind of like Marvel.
That's fine.
No. You know.
The next rumor is who the villain of The Flash will be. The Flash solo movie. It will be Captain Cold to start, leading into a
I would think it would be the
further.
Rogues Gallery.
Now, the different, and this actually makes me sad, and this I totally believe, considering how they've adapted movie versions of other stuff, that Captain Cold will be, as they describe, as creepy, with a sleek mechanical suit that has the same color scheme and pattern as his comic book incarnation. How can the show give us the badass parka and goggles wearing version, but the movie's got to give him a mechanical suit?
I believe that.
So
see, that's why I can believe it.
So this is going to be like the poor man.
Because Snyder still has some aesthetic input.
Is he going to have does he need diamonds to power his suit too?
He's going to make nothing but
allow him to break the ice.
Yes.
Is he going to kill the dinosaurs?
Wait, quickly, I was just about to say
that was the ice age,
Scott. Yeah. All right. Finally,
what'd you say when you threw the chainsaw?
Oh, stop drinking. Because you look like you're looking a little buzzed. And then I picked up a trash can.
I figured out the problem.
And said, hey, it looks like you're about to take out the trash.
Yeah, I figured out the problem. You have to say it in an Austrian accent, otherwise it doesn't work.
Alright,
You're looking a little buzzed.
Then we have a rumor that's a hodgepodge of a bunch of different casting rumors.
So
Luke Evans might be Sinestro. Rob Lowe might be a villain in the Flash movie. Because DC apparently...
Now I want Rob Lowe to be Mr. Sinister, because when you said Sinestro, that's what popped in my head.
Apparently DC has been aggressively lobbying for Rob Lowe to play a villain.
He would be a good villain.
Anybody that good looking should play a villain.
I agree. He was great in Austin Powers.
Yes. And in Wayne's World?
Yeah. Misha Collins, Channing Tatum, Stephen Nguyen, Jake Gyllenhaal have all been offered DC roles. And someone called Milo Ventimiglia.
Oh, that's
Peter Petrelli.
Yeah.
Ah, snap, okay.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt, Rosamund Pike, Alexandria Daddario, and Jessica Chastain have also been offered roles. And also, Suicide Squad 2 will have a new lineup, but will not be directed by David Ayer.
That's fine.
So all the casting is washed because it doesn't matter.
Right.
That could change.
There will be a pre-Jeff Johns world and a post-Jeff Johns world.
But
those are the rumors.
I like the idea of the Suicide Squad getting a new team.
And
I always thought they should have
get your core group
keep going
of Deadshot, Boomerang, and Harley Quinn, and the rest swap out.
Yeah.
Instead of Killer Croc, you could have King Shark.
Right.
Well, Harley might not even be in it next time.
Sure.
Because she could be running on with.
No, for the Harley Quinn solo, if they do this, have
Ivy.
you have to have Ivy, and you have to have Batgirl in there too.
They've actually talked about it being like all the female.
Right. It would be so awesome.
Yeah, let Katana have more room to shine.
She was so good.
Bring in Poison Ivy. Bring in Catwoman.
There was no time.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the comics.
I don't want to throw too much.
All right, throw up the symbol there, Josh, so they know to put the audio back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I appreciate the slow hand.
There's not too many comics this week to talk about. Only 3 of note.
I'm very upset.
Because Killer Be Killed got delayed?
Yes.
But it wasn't delayed. It came out today. It just a shipment delay meant we didn't get it today.
Like New Orleans?
Yes.
Wow.
That's why I'm upset.
Actually, like this, it reminds me of when the first Gears of War came out. Someone tried. We got delayed. Like the whole southeast from like Louisiana to Florida because someone tried to steal the shipment of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Show your feet.
No.
I don't know. That's what someone just said.
Wait, who?
I don't know who crossed.
You know, one of those guys that's the reason why when you type in Charlize Theron, feet is the third word that pops up on Google.
Okay, so the first book is Batman Beyond.
Ooh.
The final issue of Batman Beyond before it gets rebooted in Batman Beyond Rebirth.
Yes,
Bringing
this is
to
the
an
end.
end the Tim Drake Batman Beyond era and reviving Terry McGinnis as Batman, and
That's
also
good.
setting up his brother Matt as a Robin Beyond, which I think is really cool. It's something that they never.
They're having another Robin for the future. Okay.
That's what they. That's my take on it. They didn't specifically say it,
No.
but this whole series has been Matt, his brother Matt, realizing who his brother was, and then helping Tim Drake be Batman.
Yeah.
And so I really feel like that's where we're headed towards that. Is that we'll have a Robin Beyond, which is something I'm actually surprised they never have tried to do before.
Yeah. I'm surprised if we don't have a little mini Beyond, like, universe.
There was.
Set. Well, I mean, you know, like a couple of books, at least a Wonder Woman Beyond, a Superman, you know, like.
Well, no. Here's the thing. There was a
Justice
Beyond
League
series.
Beyond.
There did
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
It was a series of 3 stories in each issue.
Oh,
A
okay.
Batman Beyond, a Justice League Beyond, and a Superman Beyond.
Okay.
And it told those stories, and they were all direct sequels to the Bruce Timm cartoon.
Okay. Yeah.
It was amazing. This is the first series that ties into the DCU as a whole.
Yeah, that's I meant
Yeah.
like a real DCU
We'll get
future
it done.
verse.
If the rebirth
Like,
goes
it could have been
well-
their own 2099, only way better. The way Elseworlds was better than What If.
Right.
It's one of those things where they said Batman Beyond definitely takes place in the DC universe. Well, how do you explain all this? Well,
Times.
it
Rebirth.
it sure happened that
Yeah.
way.
It sure happened.
He fixed time.
Yeah, that's always been the big problem. Was like Batman Beyond is now canon. It's like, well,
There's a lot of weird
Okay.
stuff in there.
I don't know that that's a good idea, DC. Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Nope. It ain't.
No, Barbara Gordon is now a policewoman.
Yep. She became commissioner, just like the show.
Yeah, I think they definitely need to like take what they have and then make a Beyond. You know.
So next up we have the best new release of the week.
It's a great cover with
I
every
love that
logo.
cover.
I love it
no,
so
no,
much.
that's one of my favorite covers in a while. Put it back up there.
Yeah,
It's just a super happy Supergirl.
Yeah.
Who's just really happy to be Supergirl. And this is from Steve Orlando, the guy who brought us Midnighter. And do you find it strange coming from the hyper-violent Midnighter to this really happy, like, pseudo-based on the TV show Supergirl?
It's very pleasant. It shows he has really great range.
He
for
does.
his characters. Here's the thing about the Supergirl book. The Supergirl book is having a lot of synergy happening to it.
Yes.
And the Marvel books have always been very good about synergy.
Yeah.
Where the second Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. happened, you know what started, you know who?
Coulson
Coulson was
pops
part
in.
of the DCU.
Hey, Doctor Strange has a movie coming. Guess who's getting?
They did a
who's
little
getting
bit of
his
that
origin?
with Green Arrow as well because
Felicity showed up and so
Smoke
did Diggle.
sort of switched
They both are in
universes.
the-
Kind of, sort of. But,
Yeah.
but Marvel's always been way better about
Yeah.
being on the ball at all times.
Yeah.
And DC, second season's coming. Better late than never.
This, though, it brings in a lot of the show elements, like her working for the DEO.
And Cat
Yeah.
Grant
And
and,
Cat
all that
Grant.
stuff.
I think it's because Supergirl's been problematic and the show kind of figured it out for them, and there's
But
no
you-
reason to ignore
And
that.
that's what's great is Steve Orlando has a really good grasp on her because he's basically turned her into DC Spider-Man.
Yeah,
She is in school
it makes sense
and,
because
as a teenager, but unlike her brother, she's only been on Earth for like a month. And so this issue is her struggling with just Earth technology and understanding, like, she was called up to do a presentation on the projector. She had no idea what the hell a projector was. And in her internal monologue, she's like, this might as well be a stone tablet for me. Because a month ago, in my mind, I was on Krypton.
yeah,
And I was the smartest fucking kid on Krypton.
yeah,
yeah.
and now I look like a tard.
Yeah.
So, and it's
I'm sorry,
great.
it's Slowy.
So
I'm gonna stop saying
it's
tard.
really good. And this was to me. What was your take?
It's
on
very
it?
pleasant. It's in this dark age of comics where everything's awful. It's very nice to have a book that's
I think it's he's,
kind of positive.
his range of like it's good writing because it means you have more than one tone in your voice as a
Right.
writer, but also like you have to match it to the character. I think that's what has been failing in DC Cinematic U has been the inability to make a dark movie for the dark character and a bright movie for the bright character,
Superman?
and then rub them up against each other and see the friction happen. Like if Superman had been a happy movie, and then Ben Affleck does this fucking Dark Knight Returns style Batman, that would have been kind of cool when they finally meet.
Yeah.
You know, you can make a realistic Superman that's still like a super nice guy.
Yeah. I you know what? And now that Jeff Johns is in charge, I really
think we're
think
gonna
Man of
get
Steel 2 is gonna be a whole nother beast.
I'm hoping we get, since it's
will.
Brainiac, we get that sci-fi
Yeah.
weird element of Superman that almost never
I
happens.
hope he has a little Superman that he shoots out of his hands. Solve his problems.
Oh my god. So
The little
moving
robots
on-
around the Fortress of Solitude.
Moving on to the
Superman box.
final book this week, Image has brought back a book that has been on hiatus for about a year and a half, following their very experimental 2-issue seasons.
Yes.
Here.
So yeah, Red 1 is back. So here's my biggest issue with Red 1.
Is it that it's a big issue?
No, it's not.
Get it? Because it's a double-sized book?
No,
Okay, just
the biggest issue with Red 1
Is it one of the dogs?
is that there's no last time on Red 1.
yes.
The last issue was so long ago, and it jumps right into the final pages of last issue.
I'm just saying you didn't have that problem with Afterlife with Archie.
I don't, because I remember. Because Afterlife with Archie is so fucked up, it stays in my head. Red 1, read 100 series
Yeah.
like it.
This
here's
reminds
what-
me of like when Pitt took like an 8-year hiatus and they did issue 12 or whatever the fuck it was. And I'm like,
Do you
I
guys
don't
know
even
what Red
remember
One's
this
about?
book.
A one that's red.
It's about so Russia.
It's a good guess, right?
Russia has sent a KGB spy to infiltrate America during what's the time frame? The 60s,
The 70s.
right in the height of the Red Scare.
Cold War, yeah.
And she becomes an American superhero, like Batman, basically, a vigilante, and she's appealing herself to American society so that she can secretly subvert them with communist ideals.
Oh, it's like the Americans meets the superhero.
yeah,
back.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the basic
It's-
gist. And she calls herself Red One. She fights with a hammer and sickle. She's become America's #1 superhero. And last issue ended with her fighting an American vigilante called the Carpenter, who hunted down lesbians and deviants because he was a super ultra right Christian. And
Yeah,
he
so
hunted
kinda
down,
like what?
and it ended
Super
with him
yeah.
attacking these 2 lesbian writers, and Red One swooped in to save them, and that's how issue 2 ended. And we're like, see you in a year. We're like, what?
It's like, cool, thanks for reading this demo. We'll be back.
Yeah, thanks for playing the
And
data.
then this issue comes out, and you open it up, it's like, oh, we really are just going right into the
Right.
third issue.
Here's the thing. I really enjoyed it. You know what? Because I remembered where it left off, it didn't even occur to me that they didn't have a last time on.
Yeah.
But I can really see why that might be a problem for someone.
Yeah,
Because it starts up with her getting her ass beat by the Carpenter,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh right, that is how it ended.
yeah.
The Carpenter.
I really didn't
yeah,
care for it,
Chris-
and I think I would enjoy it more as
As
a
a
trade.
trade. Well, good news, it came out as a trade already.
No, I mean a trade with the third issue in it.
Yeah.
Well, let's end on our final video game discussion topic.
Video games!
So, you in the chat, feel free to chime in as well. Who is your favorite video game couple, or shipping? Who do you want to?
Who do you ship?
Who do you ship, or who is your favorite couple? So you have your classics like Zelda and Link.
Nah.
You have your classics like Mario and Peach.
Nah.
You got your
Luigi and
true pairing, which is the only correct answer, of Commander Shepard and Tali. That
Yes.
is the only proper answer, and anyone else that answers wrong, unless it's Fem Shep and Garrus, which is the only.
Oh
other
my god,
alternative.
you're a weird, disgusting bestiality.
You know who is the
He's
worst?
not a beast.
The worst
He's a
is
bird fucker.
anyone that decides to pair with Jack.
Miranda. I went with Miranda.
You would. You vanilla,
You
boring
superficial
motherfucker.
Can I say I was going for Miranda until I found out Tali was available?
Yup.
And I immediately was like, nope, see ya.
You guys are weird with the
All right.
Tali shit.
What about the?
Yeah,
what-
Miranda's ass.
She's got
First
an ass.
of all, Miranda's hot. You want to do that at
Her-
least
she-
once.
They
Yeah.
programmed
She's
her
definitely
ass
not my
to-
romantic heart.
Okay, you're bordering on
This is
creepy
weird.
sexism right now.
This is
Look,
really weird.
I'm sorry.
It's not creepy to like to have sex, Matt.
Yeah.
You should really be more sex positive.
Oh my god, I hate that. So, no, my point is, I'm messing with you because I know you like Jack.
I like Jack and Miranda.
Liara.
Liara is the
correct
actual
answer
romantic.
Yeah,
first.
Liara is the right answer.
No.
And if you maintain it, you get a really nice story.
You do.
Yes,
However, you know who the worst one was? Anyone that ever chose either boring, bland Caden
Or Nazi
super
Ashley.
ultra Nazi Ashley.
We talk about Space Nazi all the
All the
time.
time, yeah.
I blew her up in almost every gameplay.
You go deal with that bomb.
That's my true answer. Is Nathan Drake and Elena?
Oh, because I was going to say Matt and Nathan Drake is my
I'm
favorite.
glad you like Nathan. I'm going to lie to you for the whole game.
You mean the most realistic?
Matt says he can
relationship?
change him.
Chris, you know it's easy to say.
But you
I would
shouldn't.
tell her the truth, but you know what you would really do if you wanted to secretly do what you promised your wife you wouldn't do?
No.
Is tell her a white lie and then
A white lie
she
that ends
doesn't
up
find
around
out.
the world.
But you didn't know that at the
Oh
start.
my god, can we?
That's his. That's why you say the
What
truth.
about you,
So
Scott?
Scott, what is your favorite?
Is it Cortana and John 117?
No.
John 316?
No.
John 3:16.
Is it John and Locke?
Gee.
Is it,
Who is it? Callie said you would tell her the truth.
I would.
Well, of course we would, because we're not adventurers
Yeah,
with the promise of finding your dead brother. And
Fuck him.
you know what?
Chris wouldn't go on the adventure, so he'd have nothing to lie about.
I have mine, and it's Locke and Celeste from Final Fantasy VI.
Dude, boom.
That's
another
one of the
really
best.
good
That's actually pretty. You know what?
Wow.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna pick something from Final Fantasy VII. Cloud and because you could have been with Tifa, right? Yeah. So it was.
I do like your answer that Sephiroth and Aerith make the best.
Yeah, they really are.
Because-
That's a love they'll never be able to figure out that they could have had.
Well, didn't you say that Sephiroth
Yeah.
just penetrated?
Yeah, Sephiroth did penetrate
It's
Aerith
really
deeply.
rough and dirty.
He penetrates her well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From above, he's a top.
Yeah.
He's got like what, 10 inches in her?
Yeah.
Of katana.
Long and skinny.
He touched her heart in a way no one else did.
But Cloud.
Especially not
But you know
Cloud.
what? Cloud
didn't do
small and
anything.
thick.
Yeah.
Wow, guys, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
The swords.
The swords. No, also
The swords.
The swords.
All right, back to this.
Yeah. So anyway, is that your actual answer?
I don't really care to pick a couple things.
Oh,
A couple things.
Yeah.
Cop out.
Love is a lie.
Wow.
Yikes. Oh, crap.
You are an
Do
infinite
y'all
well of
want
sadness.
Do y'all want some advice?
No.
Everyone lies.
Oh my god.
Oh, infinite well of despair.
As always, when I ship video game characters, I ship Little Mac and Samus.
That's not a relationship.
Yes, it is. I have the fan art to prove it.
Chris, no.
What
Don't
is it?
just pick
Little
Sonic
Mac and
Knuckles.
Samus.
Oh my god.
That is my main ship. Or
Man, I mean, I want Femshep and Sam.
I said Little Mac and
Oh, yeah.
Seamus, which is a way different.
That's a different ship altogether.
No, honestly, I thought Chris was gonna pick like his character from Saints Row and someone else.
No one has.
Alright,
no one
Chris,
loves in
I'm
Saints Row.
vetoing fanfic.
No, you can't.
Yes. Pick one that actually exists.
Oh man.
Or it can be fanfic, but they have to be from the same franchise.
Why would you pick?
are,
Why would
but
you
they're
pick
not.
John Cena and Randy Orton from?
From WWE
my
SmackDown. Here comes the
God.
lady.
Come on.
I don't know. They're not real.
Wow.
So.
What about Joel and Ellie?
That's a creepy love story.
non-platonic love.
No.
What
I
about
don't
Banjo Kazooie?
Banjo and Kazooie? Banjo X Kazooie?
Yuka and Lily.
Contains Emperor.
Just stop.
I can't think
no,
of
but
those
I
announced
really enjoyed Locke and Celis's. Also from Final Fantasy IV, Cecil and Roses. Was
Oh yeah,
good.
really good.
What about
Engine,
Squall and Renoa was pretty good too.
Really
I
good,
really
yeah.
enjoyed
They were
Zydan's and
actually
Garnets.
Oh yeah,
from
those
9.
were good.
10.
Dega.
Titus and Yuna's was okay.
Kind of.
I thought it was a little
bland.
melodramatic.
Yeah.
And what I loved
It was
about
Meg Ryan.
what I
actually.
loved about 12 was that it didn't have a forced love story.
Right.
Its main characters were actually already involved with other people.
Also Meg Ryan.
Lightning and,
Her stupid sword.
Lightning and her dumb sister.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mega Man and, I don't know, let's say Flash Man.
What was the one with the leaves? He seems nice.
Yeah.
Woodman.
Here we go. Geralt and any of the witches that he can be. Were you a Yennefer or were you a Triss?
Triss.
He was Team Triss.
Team Trish. No, because
You know why?
Well, Yennefer,
Redhead,
Yeah.
100%.
So Yennefer she embodies a 7-year relationship I've had. Trish is
Someone's
my
telling you to
relationship
close
now.
your legs.
Yeah, and I open my legs wider.
Oh my god.
He's manspreading.
like Trish is the relationship I have now. Yennefer was the relationship I had years ago,
Okay.
and it never ended. It didn't.
Oh
end.
shit! Someone said from Final Fantasy 13, Fang and Vanille, one of the best understated lesbian relationships around.
Which leads to mine. I don't remember the lead character's name, but the chicken your lead in Life is Strange and Chloe.
Ooh, yeah.
That's probably the most involved.
I thought that was a really
Also in
well-done
Borderlands,
one,
Athena
Is that Jennifer Life is
Annick.
Strange? And Chloe?
Yeah, is that what the lead character's name
too.
was?
Jane Q Life is Strange.
Jane Life is Strange.
Yeah, Jane Q.
Hashtag love is love is love is love is love. Love is love, no matter what it might be, cause it's love we
Oh my,
love.
stop.
That's not-
Stop.
Stop that
He
right
got in
now.
so many complaints about he was a person.
Really?
It's not a monster.
Not as many as you think.
They're like, kill
What
that
about the
before it
people from
becomes
10 with Yuna? Oh, did you?
I didn't pay attention.
How about Sonic and Amy?
Sonic, what? You don't mean Sonic and Tails?
That's what I was
We
going
know
to
the
say.
real
I'm actually going through this list of great video game couples. They have that dude Vincent and Catherine from Catherine.
That was a terrible relationship.
Both of them.
Not
That
a healthy
was- that was-
relationship.
I
It
know.
was unhealthy relationships.
Jill and a sandwich.
Jill X sandwich.
Jill and Nemesis. They loved each other so much.
No, Chris, read else who else is on that list.
I am. I'm going through it. Dom and his dumb wife.
Nope.
Here's the
So
war.
glad she died. She was the worst. Dom is the worst.
Dom and his dumb wife. Gordon and Alex from Half-Life.
Okay.
I shipped
yeah,
that. I shipped that
I
hard.
bet you did.
The Vice City lead character and a hooker.
Master Chief and Cortana was on the list.
I was rooting for them.
I'm not surprised.
What about RPGs usually have the best love stories because they have the most time to tell
Sora
the
and
story?
Kyrie.
No.
Well, are we talking about relationship love or?
What kind of? I don't know.
Scott.
Oh yeah, it's definitely hardcore
Chris.
Chris.
We're not.
Talking love.
I don't know what you're doing, but we're not doing puppets.
He's
How about-
milking the prostate.
How about Solid Snake and Meryl?
Ooh, that's a good one. Or Big Boss and the Boss.
Oh yeah.
That's a really good one.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna stop that there because I want to.
Because that was awful.
I want to
Yes.
end on a prediction topic.
Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man.
There you go.
All
The
day.
happiest couple.
But they weren't
all
in a game
day.
together.
Yes, they were.
Donkey Kong and Pauline.
Okay, come on. Let's end on that.
Okay.
Diddy
so
and Trixie.
Next week,
Jesse and
Action
James.
Pikachu.
Jesse and James.
You mean
Team
Red
Rocket
and
Shipper.
Team
Red
Rocket.
and Pikachu.
So next week is Tokyo Game Show.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Not next Wednesday, but the weekend after that, because it's next weekend. But my question for you all is, what do you hope to see and what do you expect to see? I know you're not too big on Japanese games, but
I mean, I've played it. If
so I like I would predict we'll see new footage of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll probably get a new blowout of Persona 5 because it comes out in Japan a month after that, and in America right after that.
Probably a little more of Last Guardian.
No. I'm thinking
I
we're
still
gonna
don't
see,
believe that game's coming out.
That's North America.
I think we're going to
That's
see
North
Persona
America.
5.
Persona 5. I'm all about seeing what they're going to show at Persona 5. I want to see Konami coming out and be like, hey guys, we were kidding the whole time?
Konami announced their
Here's some new
lineup.
games.
Konami announced their lineup for Tokyo Game Show. It's a new Yu-Gi-Oh game for the 3DS,
Woo!
and a Pro Evolution Soccer game for PS4 and Xbox One. They're not even bringing Metal Gear Survive.
It's not ready yet. They need time to create.
It's supposed to come out in January.
They need time to create.
It's gonna get pushed back.
More Final
Did that
Fantasy.
look like a game? No, it did not look like a finished game.
Can I tell you my one true hope is that Kingdom Hearts 3 never comes out, and that they announce
Half-Life
Kingdom
3
Hearts
confirmed.
2.99.5,
Oh no.
and Mason cuts himself.
That would
Not
be...
actually. We don't.
No,
condone
I'm saying like no one knows who really made it.
We don't condone
We don't
suicide.
Yeah.
You know,
Blink.
Kingdom Hearts 2.99.5
Yeah.
is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game.
Look,
Actually,
we've already gotten 2.8.
I can't wait to go back to Agrabah again.
We're getting 2.8. Why not 2.99.5 with remastered footage from the mobile cell phone game that was Japan exclusive? Okay? Guys, it's a really good investment.
I don't know.
Championship
Maybe
edition.
something from Nintendo would be nice.
No, they don't do Tokyo Game Show.
Oh yeah, they don't.
However, that does lead. Nintendo will be having in the next month or so their own NX conference, where we'll finally know what the hell an NX is.
Oh no! Sacre bleu!
Nintendo, we fucked up by this.
Yeah.
Nintendo, everyone else
Nintendo's
does,
game
but
site.
Nintendo don't. Speaking of, Nintendo's going to
Sega
have a
does
new
what
Mario
Nintendo
side-scrolling endless runner on the
That was
iPhone
actually-
7.
That's
Oh
neat.
yay.
Good for them.
So
I hope they
anyway,
charge $60 for it and it never
It's
drops
gonna be
the price.
the new what's it called?
Flappy Bird?
Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
Anyone else got any Tokyo Game Show predictions?
Persona 5.
Persona 5 and I guess Kingdom Hearts.
No Kingdom Hearts.
Why not?
Final Fantasy.
You know what I think else we'll also get is the first true footage of Tales of Berseria.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
new Tales game.
Yep, coming out on PS4. They announced.
Tales of
Okay.
Tales of
Oh, we'll probably also get some more Resident Evil 7.
Oh yeah, that Res 7.
It's easy to think Tokyo Game Show is all RPGs. But
Oh, and Final Fantasy 7.
yeah, we started that off with that.
Whatever.
You don't listen.
Oh, Resident
I thought you were talking about new Final Fantasy and not new old Final
Oh,
I-
World of Final Fantasy.
No,
That's also coming out a
don't-
month later.
Don't care
Dragon
about
Quest
World of Final
Builders.
Fantasy.
And you know,
I just, that's the like
something
truest
about Dragon
classic
Quest.
RPG.
Yeah,
Why
but
not?
that new Final Fantasy, I'm growing more and more to like the
Yeah,
new Final
of course.
Fantasy.
Oh, and also probably more Final Fantasy 15 because that comes out in a couple
Yeah,
months.
that's what I thought you were referring
Yeah.
to.
No, I was talking about 7 remake.
Yeah, okay.
Final Fantasy Monster Hunter.
Give it time.
Final Fantasy Cross.
So yeah, let's wrap it up. I'm Matt.
You don't tell me what we're playing this week?
I'm Matt, and this week I played nothing but.
Why do you
Deus
change it up?
I don't know. I played.
Because you forgot, that's
I
why.
played so much Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I'm at the GARM facility. So Chris, what percentage of the game am I?
I'd say like 60.
Wow. Okay.
That's a good.
It's a short game.
But I've been playing it for like 20-something hours because I searched every nook and cranny. I have not.
I've
gone
heard you might
through-
not be able to get out of that last thing without killing somebody.
No, you can.
You sure?
Yep. I mean,
Alright.
sure. Josh and I also played co-op Hyper Light Drifter and made real, true progress and took out 2 of the 4 bosses in the game.
It is a blast playing
It
co-op.
is so much fun.
But I am the worst and best at the game.
The worst. We beat the giant mage crow
Which
and
was
the
awesome.
giant ninja frog, which was awesome.
Oh my gosh. I need this game, but I think it's too difficult for me. I feel like I'm not good enough of a gamer to play it.
Play co-op with someone; it's a lot more fun.
Okay.
Because they
We'll
just
start our own
corner.
stream, and we'll play it.
with hookers and blackjack.
Forget the game.
What about? And then I also played some Pokemon.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
Well, I also played a lot of Deus Ex this week, and I think I'm almost at the end game, but I'm not. I thought I was.
I really thought you had beaten it.
I thought I was close because I definitely had a thing come that says we're suspending all your side quests, and I was like, okay,
Yeah, that's when you went to the facility.
yeah. I thought that was the end game sequence
Uh,
because otherwise it would just be like, well, why would you tell me that?
and then you get back from the GARM facility and realize why.
Yeah, you get back from there and you're like,
But yeah. I didn't know if you were about to drop it. He hasn't played it yet. I'm sorry, please continue.
I played Star Trek Online.
No,
for a
what were
bit
you saying about Deus Ex?
No, it's all right.
Oh my god.
No, it's okay. I played Star Trek Online today.
Hashtag Chris's. What's the word I'm looking
A
for?
bitch?
No.
No?
No.
That's the only word we had back in the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Star Trek. Who's your character's name?
Captain Joan Truckstar.
Why did you call him John Q. Truckstar?
Because I wanted to play a lady.
And what's the?
I'm gonna vote for you for Starfleet Commander.
The captain, she's captain of the USS Sampson. Which is the name
Captain
of the dog.
Trekstar Joneway.
Yeah. Yes.
So, Scott, what have you been playing?
Overwatch and Battlefield
I'm sorry,
1
Chris.
beta.
I thought you were going to
and,
spoil something on accident.
And no one cares.
I do.
Yeah, because you played Overwatch.
It's the same.
Who do you mean?
I like playing McCree, but lately a lot of people don't like to pick healers, or if they do pick healers, they're no good. So I play as Lucio, mostly.
Okay, hashtag whatever.
Yeah. And Battlefield 1.
Okay.
Which I don't know. It's a beta. That's all I'm gonna say. It's fun, but it's a beta.
Yeah.
Douglas, what have you been playing?
Oh, nothing. I literally haven't been able to play anything since I finished Shadowrun. So,
Fair enough.
So real life.
yeah, just nothing.
He's been playing real life. It's all the
Barely.
hardest difficulty. Permadeath mode.
Nightmare. Permanent.
Yeah.
Josh?
Nuka World!
How is it?
It's actually pretty enjoyable.
Did you nuke a world?
Yeah. You can make sodas. You can find Nuka sodas all over the place, and you can make more colas.
That's
And
weird.
It's kind of fun, actually. It's really
Can
silly.
you name the colas?
No, they're already named. Yeah, but it's pretty fun actually,
Can't name
and
one
there's
Granny's
a
peach
there's a
tea.
lot of really cool little backstory about the whole amusement park, and it gets really dark real quick with all the backstory. But you know, you have to find the story because it's a Bethesda game.
Yeah.
They don't tell you this stuff.
There's this awesome game that I saw someone play. It's a PC horror game called The Park. And this woman, it took like a dark turn because this woman was like looking for her son who like ran to the park when it closed, and it became like this creepy park and like things happened.
Why are amusement parks
It
always
is
creepy?
because they're inherently kind of weird.
Yeah.
It is an easy 1,000 achievements
But like
game.
when she was looking for her son,
Just walk through it.
and it was like she was like caring for him and everything, and all of a sudden it took a turn. It was like I don't want to care for him. You know, he was forced on me, whatever. It took like a huge weird turn.
It was
Okay.
very weird, but very easy,
it's an
and
easy
ultimately not scary.
No.
Which is the most important part.
Yes.
I can't wait to try and play Resident Evil 7 on stream. I was the guy that got scared at Until Dawn.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's tons of
I can
pictures
show
of it.
you the videos.
Oh yeah, you do. Let's watch some.
Anyway, that about wraps it up. We'll see you next week. Yeah. Cool.
Yay.
Gangster. You want to send us off, Scott?
We're out like a boner in sweatpants.
I just like Scott's shrug at the end. I think it's my favorite.